Hey guys, uh, so today is pour day, and it's not too big. I'm just doing about 30 gallons of concrete, and all this is going to be on a concrete column. I'll show you how I'm doing that here in a minute. But I'm making aircrete out here, and I got this concrete mixer from Home Depot, and it's really great. It's like the perfect size for the aircrete thing. Takes about 15 to 20 gallons. Fill it up. It only goes up to this high. But in this bucket, I'm putting about 60 pounds of concrete for each bucket load. And then I put the foam in there and I fill it up to about here. And the foam I'm using is Drexel. And I'll also show you my 3D printing foam generator. It's pretty simple. Just only has two parts on it. So it has this thing, and I'll put in steel foam right to about here. And then I'll use a spongy material, like the plastic spongy material. I'll put it right there. There's this stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this confetti looking stuff. So for the most part, it's steel wool right here. And then I just put in a little bit of that plastic stuff just to make sure the foam or whatever isn't coming out too fast, and to regulate the pressure right there. And this part, it just has a connector, it's a white connector, and it seems on here. This is actually my first attempt. I didn't do any iterations on the design, but for this, it works pretty good. It takes me about 15-20 minutes to fill that thing up, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'll sit and wait on it. I'll probably, once I finish the tiny house or whatever, I'll probably try to make some other design, which might work better. But this thing, I'm just gonna put it up here. We'll see that in a minute. All right, let's get to it. So this thing is really worth the investment. It's only $300, and I was using one of these boys to mix up all concrete. But that's a dirty, hot mess, and you don't really get a good outcome as you would with just the gentle stirring in of all the foam. So if you're doing a big project and you're kind of thinking about using one of these, just know there's a lot better way. Alright guys, we're about to take a look at how this thing makes foam. So all I gotta do is turn the pump on. Now put on a little bit of pressure on the air compressor. And then I use this needle thing to control the amount of air that's coming through. And somewhere in there is a pretty good spot for the foam generation. That's about right. We'll go ahead and weigh it out, see how much it weighs right now. So hold on. I'll just show you how this thing's working. So obviously, this is the main part. The foam generation, foam generator. You got the air coming in, and you got the water pump. This line right here. The water pump is just one of these things. Here, I'll show you. It's just one of those very tiny little pumps from Amazon. And for the air compression, you pretty much gotta have everything right. You gotta have the back pressure in here right. And how I'm doing this is I have a little needle valve right here. This only lets in a certain amount of air. And then I'm controlling the air pressure down here, which is right here. And I'll keep it just right about there. This is just a cheap Harbor Freight air compressor, so it does keep the pressure very constant. Now let's turn down the pressure to keep it flowing real good. Let's go ahead and weigh this and see how much it weighs. It's not very foamy, so I'll probably increase the air pressure here. That looks a little better. So here's my little scale. And it's about 122, so still a little milky. I'll go ahead and fix that right now. I just gotta increase the air pressure. Now it's looking pretty nice right there. I do have to stay here and make sure that the foam looks all right. But I've already done this enough to where I can tell, you know, by how the foam is setting up, if it's the right It's just about the right consistency. So this one I just weighted, it's about 94, so that's pretty good. I was trying to keep it at that consistency for the duration. Alright, that's it for the foam. I'm now just gonna let this thing finish up for a minute, and we're about to get to pour this. Woo! That does look nice. So now I'm gonna pour this into a bucket. Alright guys. Now is the time where I bust out my old friend, the Black & Decker drill. If y'all don't know, this is like the best drill combination ever. Because you can take these things off and have a whole bunch of attachments for it. You can build basically a whole DIY house with just one of these. So I'm just going to mix it up a little bit, and then we're going to pour it in the bucket. Usually, the reason why this is necessary is because all the heavy stuff will settle on the bottom. You want to bring that stuff up so it's more consistent. Wait. Alright. See what this got myself a nice bucket of concrete, and I'll go ahead and pour in some of this stuff. This is polypropylene, and I got it for strength, but one really good thing about it is if you have any leaks in your form, instead of it all just pouring out, these little fibers are going to get stuck in there and they're going to stop the leak. So that kind of saved my ass a few times over here. But you cannot mix these things with an electric drill because all the fibers will just cling to the mixing thing. I'll pause it up, so you gotta do it like this. Alright, so this is ready. We can go to the form and see what's going to happen. Hey guys, so this is my form. This is the fourth time I'm using this and it's still working perfect. I hear people say forms only last like 10 times, but I don't know what they're talking about. I guess it might be the aircrete I'm using is a lot more forgiving. But when I have everything set up, I'm using form oil, which is just Pam. And you shouldn't have any leaks, you shouldn't bust out the bottom or anything. So this might be like the first time I've done this right. But most of the time it takes me more than once to get something right. Alright, we're just going to take a look to see if anything's falling out the bottom on this first pour. So let's take a look. I don't really see anything yet. This thing can be very tricky. You get to the top and then it all just pours out the bottom. So we're looking good right there. We'll keep pouring this stuff in, see what happens. Woo! Woo! Oh, it's starting to get hot out here. Generally I have to do 2.5 of these loadfuls. But I'm just gonna take a break for a second and then we're gonna start on the second one. Alright, so that was the second load. Let's go see if we can actually see the concrete down there. Yeah, there is the concrete. So we need about 30 more pounds in there. It kind of sucks that it's not perfect like that, but oh well. Alright guys, looks good. I've been putting these on top of all the columns. It's just so the aircrete doesn't, fuck up and all that. So this should probably work pretty good. Well, let's take a look. See it up at the very top. Woo! We done. Yeah, it kind of sucks out here in the heat. I was hoping to do this during the winter, but looks like we got another column in. We already have about 3 of these. So we're going to go ahead and call it a day. I'm going to come back tomorrow and clean up some stuff, and then we get ready for the next one.